What are they doing here? At the noise, Kenji disappears into his room like a ninja, slamming the door shut just as Shizune and Misha walk over, the former taking small, efficient step towards me while the latter more or less bounces off the walls. I try to do the same as Kenji, but it's too late. Misha puts her foot between my door to prevent me from closing it, so I have no other choice but to let them in. Wow, they're actually coming into my room? Dang, already? Calm down, girls. Hi, Hee-chan. Hi. 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 What are you two doing here? I wonder if the pause between those two sentences was politely long enough. Hee-chan, that's rude! We came to pick you up! Is this part of the student council services? We get escorted to school by the two cute girls every day? I could get used to that. Did you think we thought you were going to escape? And came to make sure you didn't? Surely not, Hee-chan! Hey, I didn't say that that's what you were here for. But now I know it's exactly what they are here for. It's time for student council work. Yes, it is. Aren't you happy, Hee-chan? To be able to help the whole school? You're like a hero. The future generations will tell stories of this day. Interesting. I didn't think joining the student council would be a heroic deed worthy of Hercules. Hell yeah, move aside Hercules. He may have been strong, moving boulders with only his single pinky, but move aside, Hisao is here to help the school, which is way better. Well, I guess I did promise, so I've neglected Shizune, and only now do I notice her in the corner of my vision, peering around my room over my shoulder, her analytical eyes darting from object to object. This is kinda intrusive. The feeling of being exposed crawls in my balls. What? In his balls? Really? Luckily, I don't have dirty laundry on the floor or anything like that. What is it, Hee-chan? Yeah, this is Hee-chan's room. We've never seen it before. I didn't even realize. It's kinda plain, but Hee-chan hasn't had time to decorate it yet. Isn't that so? What are those? It just reminds me of the freaking shoe thing. Oh god. She points at my collection of medications on the night table. I don't really want to talk about it with these two. Kick them out of my room, try to dodge the subject. Oh, damn. I mean, I think just kicking them out of the room is kind of a harsh thing. I mean, it's just about a medication. I realize, this is still Act 1. Hisao is still probably very conscious and self-aware of just, the fact that he's sick, and he's probably just it's still a very touchy subject for him, right? So, it can understand that he would possibly overreact and just like, oh shit, don't look at my medicine, get the hell out of my room. But, I think trying to dodge the subject at least, we'll get the hint across that it's not something that Hisao is comfortable talking about. So we're gonna do that. Try to dodge the subject. It's nothing. I quickly step in front of them, trying to hide the stuff behind my back. Shizune takes a step back, looking suspicious, but it's an expression not without concern. I hope if I avoid it, she'll understand that I don't want her to keep prodding me about it. Really? What are you hiding, Hee-chan? I'm a drug addict, okay? Are you happy now, Misha? Shizune? Nothing. Is that so? I realize I can't really squirm my way out of this, although I should have expected this behavior from them, that they actually wouldn't drop it and they would just keep prodding and poking. Oh god, that's kind of a little bit what they did with that scene with Hanako when she had a mental breakdown during the class, Well, it wasn't a mental breakdown, but more like an emotional breakdown where she was just stuck, frozen, and stuck inside her head. Yeah, they kind of took it a bit too far, but they eventually did realize it. So, but at this point, Hisao doesn't really react the same way as his Hanako does, so they probably won't get the point at this time, I think. They are nosy by nature, and hiding it is just going to pique their curiosity more. Yeah, okay, it is something, but I don't really want to talk about it, okay? Not yet. Can we just put this aside for now? As Misha translates, Shizune stares at me hard with her eyes focused and analytical as ever, peering at me curiously over the rims of her glasses. Her fingers press against each other thoughtfully, as if she's weighing the value of pursuing this further than necessary against the insult of disrespecting my wish. Her expression finally melts into a slight smile, and she signs something to Misha. I think she understands. Okay, then we'll wait and become better and better friends. And one day, if you feel like it, you can tell us about it. Thank you, Shizune. Both of them smile widely, and I feel shocked and a little stupid about being like this. But that's because it's still a transition period for him, right? I mean, the entire time for him here at Yamaku is a transition period for him, but mainly Act 1, I feel like that's the biggest transition part, and then after that he's slowly easing better into things, getting more comfortable with things until a point where he's actually like, yeah, I feel like I belong here, I'm part of this. And that's obviously always with the help of the route and the girls that he is with. They're not stupid, and probably can at least halfway guess what's going on with me. And such simple, kind words. I feel relieved that they don't think any worse of me, even if I'm like this. Even if I'm not like the rest here. Even if I can't be at ease about it. Seems that behind the obnoxious, mischievous acts, both of these girls are really kind and good people. That's what I think. Thanks. So, you want me to help you out today, right? Since I'm one of you now? Yep. After class? No. Now! Now? But what about class? Are you going to skip again? It's only for the common good. So we sacrifice our math lessons and maybe the social studies too. Well, I guess I'm fine with it. Awesome, Hee-chan. You said it, okay? Remember, I'm fine with helping out. That's what you said, right? Yeah, that tone. I suddenly regret saying it. Okay, are you ready to go then? We can go to the office together. No, you're probably going to make me carry all your stuff for you or something. Don't be silly, Hee-chan. We've never walked to school together, Hee-chan. I almost want to ask why we would, but then it dawns on me. The both of them consider me their friend, like Misha said before, and they want to become better friends with me even. It's weird. I've never really thought about them that way, or any of the people I've met so far this week. Is it really so easy? Just like that. Okay, let's go then. Shizune grins craftily and puts her hands behind her back. That's great, Hee-chan. Okay. But first, you had a really great idea. Shi-chan liked it a lot. So, it's time for a game. Oh no. Shi-chan is holding a 1,000-yen note in one hand, Hee-chan. If you guess which one, you can have it. If you don't, you're carrying all our books to school. Right, Shi-chan? Right. Shizune and she exchange nods. Okay, Hee-chan, get ready. Carrying 3 bags instead of 1. I think about the day that's ahead of me, of us. I can see students walking back and forth through the courtyard, probably in preparations of their own projects. The festival is practically here. That means there are only two possible reasons that my help is required. Either there's only a small amount of work left, and they just want a helping hand to wrap up the mundane, final checks they are obligated to do, or there is a ton of work left, and Shizune is putting on a calm face as a torrent of built-up, procrastinated work threatens to kill us all. Once inside the office, I look around and see that it's deserted. I guess this means that there isn't a lot of work left, huh? Since there's no one here and all. It's always like this, Hee-chan. This confirms what I thought before, but have never actually been able to confirm definitely or definitively. Shizune and Misha are the student council. The whole student council. Yep. Damn. So it's true. This student council is really only you two. Shizune looks as if she's stuck, wondering whether to be ashamed or explode with anger. And Misha is equally divided between laughing and trying to stop her. Well, then, Hee-chan, you'll be happy to know that since it's just us three, we have a lot to do. A lot. That does not make me happy. But it seems to make Shizune very happy. Just kidding. Really? There's not a lot to do? The work turns out to be sorting and double-checking the considerable amount of paperwork necessary for an event such as the school festival to get done. Bureaucracy is a mind-boggling thing, but we managed to finish it just when the lunch bell rings. Okay, now that we are done, we can relax a little, but not too much. We have lots more to do in the afternoon. It's actually not that much work, Hee-chan, so we can afford to enjoy a little lunch first. The two of them produce a small array of plastic containers, seemingly out of thin air. It's chicken cutlet with tomatoes and soybean sprouts. Doesn't it sound delicious, Hee-chan? It was just made this morning, and it's still warm, so eat. I take one of the containers and open it. It looks nice, and certainly smells good. The fact that I'm really hungry adds to that even more. Wow, this looks great. Where did you get this? That isn't important, Hee-chan. Why? Why is she saying that? That makes me suspicious. Did she steal it? Did someone else make it? It's definitely not Misha or Shizune. Unless they're like, they want to hide the fact that they're good at cooking. But why would you do that? Cooking is a pretty good and awesome skill to have. If you're good at it, you should be proud of it, I feel. There was supposed to be a stall selling lunchboxes, but the girl who was to run it suddenly said she couldn't do it. Hee-chan said what a waste. It was a lot of work to trick Hee-chan into making this. Hey, what the hell? So, Hee-chan wanted to see if she could do it, and then decided not to. Right, Hee-chan? Shizune sulks angrily, shooting Misha a displeased look. I don't think I was supposed to hear that story. This is your test food? I'm eating it too, Hee-chan. So Shizune made it, not knowing whether it would be good or not. So we're basically the test subjects trying to, eat it, and then like, is this actually good enough to serve at the school festival or not? And Hee-chan is too. That doesn't answer the question. Nevertheless, I split a pair of chopsticks Shizune offers me and picks up a piece of cutlet and pop it into my mouth. It's surprisingly good. I didn't expect Shizune to be such a good cook. Shizune puts her chopsticks down to sign curtly towards Misha, who gulps down her cutlet with noticeable difficulty in order to speak for her. Hee-chan, don't talk with food in your mouth. It's not like I enjoy doing it. Anyway, how motherly to show that kind of concern. You can't even eat right, Hee-chan. That's all it is. It's a stalemate. I can't eat in order to talk to Shizune, who can't eat in order to chastise me for eating the wrong way. Misha caught in between is in the same situation and looks the most disheartened by how this is going. Okay. Let's all just stop talking and eat. Either way, our food is getting colder by the second, and it wasn't piping hot to start with. Whatever this was going, or wherever, it does die down pretty fast once we all realize that, and we eat. After a while, the bell rings, but Misha makes no attempt to tell Shizune, so I'm sure they're planning to skip classes and spend the rest of the day in here again. Hee-chan, do you have any plans for the festival? No, not really. After all, I've only been here a week, so what could I set up in that time? Hee-chan, you helped us out so much. Don't sell yourself short. Okay. We're serious. Okay. The two of them seemed to get indignant over the strangest things. You're going though, right, Hee-chan? You should at least see what we've accomplished. Everyone should be able to look at what they have done so they can fully understand their work. That's my belief. You're no exception. Hee-chan, you should definitely go. If you don't have anything planned, then maybe we can even go together. Do you need a hand? If there's anything you need help with, I'm fine with sticking around. I feel much more at ease than I did earlier. My previous concerns and fears are long gone. I'd forgotten about this morning's trouble entirely now. Having fun with Shizune like this. Having fun with Shizune. It seems like an unfamiliar concept to think of, but looking back on it, I've really enjoyed the moments I've spent with Shizune and Misha these past few days, in spite of everything else. If we might be going together, then maybe I can afford to stick around a little longer, and I guess it beats class. Really, Hee-chan? Okay, we can consider this you repaying us for the free lunch. Great, this is great, really great. Hee-chan was hoping to bring this up again later anyway. That's not a free lunch at all. Normally, I would be angry, or at least slightly unsettled, but my mood has improved from earlier on, so I'll let it slide. Helping them out turns out to consist mostly of stamping forms and making what seems like 10,000 copies apiece of 50 different budget reports. It's not hard, but very boring, and according to Misha, the simplest of tasks they deal with. I feel myself getting more and more tired, and with that, less eager to return to class. This is especially bad because the more time I spend out of class, the harder it seems to just get up and go back. These two, they're a terrible influence, terrible role models. Not that it bothers me all that much, and I'm sure no one looks up to them, but it's the principle of things. Done! Oh, that was fast. I'll be finished before this period's over, I think. No, Hee-chan. Everything is done, so you're done too. That doesn't make any sense. Are you telling me that this is all arbitrary, and you've been keeping me here for the hell of it? No. But we have kept you long enough. You should go back to class, Hee-chan. You can still make it for most of this period. What about you? Of course we're coming too. Of course. We'll be right behind you. Reassured, I start heading back to class, but the period is almost halfway over, so I start thinking it would be pointless halfway there and pass the difference between this class and the next drinking juice in the hallway. I keep an eye on the door to the student council room, but it doesn't open. What's taking them so long? Are they busy wrapping up my share of the work? Well, it shouldn't take so long, unless there's more, and they just wanted me to leave. The more I think about it, the likelier it seems. Shizune is, well, not an idiot, but clearly she's unable to just come out with things. Maybe it's because she can't talk, so it's harder for her. She has Misha, but all in all, as easy as they make it look, there's still a difference between casual speech and sign language. I contemplate going back there to check on them, but the bell rings, and I have to go to class. They join me a few minutes later, and the thoughts I had in my mind before slip away in the routine of school life. By the time I remember, school is over for the day, and I'm too tired to do anything but go home, do my homework, and then go to sleep. Oh god. At 5 minutes past 8, an unbelievably loud banging jolts me awake. It's coming from outside my door. Quickly, I open the door to see Shizune and Misha standing side by side before me. Both of them look a little worn out, although it's more noticeable on Misha. "Which one of you knocked?" I ask, echoing the question that must be on my mind or on the mind of everyone in the entire building. "Ha ha ha ha! That's not important, Hee-chan!" She quickly dismisses it without even batting an eye. "Oh? You're still in your pajamas, Hee-chan? So you don't wake up at 8? I notice her hair is wet. Her curls are barely holding their shape. "No, I thought I'd sleep a bit later, since it's the weekend and all, and I've been seriously sleep deprived this week." I wonder if she missed the poison in my words. "Then it's a good thing we came to wake you up. Anyway, Hee-chan, I guess you would like to know why we're here, wouldn't you?" It's not hard to guess, but I wish she wouldn't say the word she is going to say next. "Would you like to skip class and go somewhere nice with us?" "Come again?" "Would you like to skip class to do something fun?" I was certain they'd force me to help them again with some slave work. Seriously? Misha grins and nods enthusiastically. I like this new approach they're taking, although I'm somewhat surprised that they would suggest skipping class, even if we have only half a day since it's Saturday. Aren't you too worried about constantly missing class? "Well, it doesn't seem to be a problem. Hee-chan, this school is pretty much at a standstill whenever this time rolls around. It's a Saturday too. Don't you want to do something fun?" I'm amazed by how little they seem to care. "Not that we're pressuring you to give us your company, but we thought you might like to hang out. So, would you like to join us? Come on, you'll have a lot more fun than just sitting here with your head on your desk." I guess I won't be missing anything important, nor will I be missed. Alright then, I don't think I'd be missing much. What do you have in mind? My eyes narrow with suspicion as a thought crosses into my mind. Wait, this isn't just some trick to get me to do some more student council stuff, right? "No, of course not. And that's a really mean thing to just assume like that, Hee-chan. And besides, you're in the student council now, remember?" Yeah, that's true. I feel like Hisao is he has actually forgotten that he is part of it now too, and he's still on his guard, like, oh, they're still trying to trick me all the time. But it's not even a trick anymore, right? He is part of the student council, so technically everything that the student council to do is part of his job, part of his obligation. So they technically can't even trick him into doing stuff. It's just actually that he something has to do. If we wanted you to do something for us, we wouldn't have to trick you. This is a kind of coercion that is new to me. Only two pretty girls could pull it off. I allow myself to relax a bit. Maybe I'm being too paranoid. It seems like they may really just want to hang out. Nevertheless, no tricks? No tricks! Stop being so paranoid! Well, if you say so. Suddenly, I realize I am still wearing pajamas. I wonder if you'd let me dress up first. They'll like come in the room. Yeah, sure, we'll wait on your bed. Why, Hee-chan? You look just fine. I still prefer wearing something else. I close the door before she gets a chance to reply, and quickly pull on my uniform. Stepping back into the hallway, I see Shizune and Misha are engaged in an animated discussion. I wonder if people discussing in sign ever accidentally poke each other in the eyes. But how would you even do that? You would have to be like, very close to each other to even be able to reach the other person in the eye with sign language. While I'm contemplating this, Shizune taps me on the shoulder impatiently. So, we're planning on slipping into town. Remember the tea shop we were at on earlier on Wednesday? Tea shop? You don't remember? Oh, you mean that cafe? Tea shop! It's called the Shanghai. China is the birthplace of tea, Come on, Hee-chan. I'll even treat you today. Not me. I mean Shi-chan. I don't know. It's nice. It's really relaxing. It's like half cafe, half restaurant, half sophisticated, half library. 4 halves, okay. What? That's a lot of halves. But Misha doesn't seem to notice that. So, come on. It's not often that we have this much free time. If you're busy though, you don't have to. It's not like your presence is absolutely required. I've never seen more weakly disguised reverse psychology in my life. I feel kind of tired today, and my teachers in my classes might want to know where I am. Maybe. On the other hand, I haven't really been into town at all since I've gotten here, so this is a good reason to head there. Also, I could use something to eat. If it's Shizune's treat, even better. I am totally broke. Alright, let's go. Lead the way. Great! We make it to the tea shop with a 15-minute walk. It seems that we are the only customers around. Is it always this quiet in the morning? By that, I mean it is always this empty. No, this is kinda weird. Hey, this isn't a bad thing though, right? You're right. Oh, there they are again. We take our seats at a large, square wooden table, and it hits me that I don't know what this place serves. I just wondered what Yuko recommended the last time. Hey, is there a menu or something? Nope! That was a strange amount of zest. So, Hee-chan, have you decided what you're going to order? I look around the store and can't see anything resembling a menu. I don't understand. What's up with this place? What gives? Is this some kind of secret shop? Can you normally only enter here with a secret handshake? Some kind of wink and a nod? What if this is just a tea shop in disguise, and underneath in the basement they're having like illegal poker nights and stuff like that? Do you need someone to vouch for you? A blood oath? Damn it, it was nothing like this last time. And where's Yuko? I don't know. The last time, I think I just got coffee? What do they serve here? Tea! Well, that's not just tea, right? Not only tea. There's other stuff too, right? Clearly? Clearly? Like what? There are no menus here. Where are the menus? You're playing another joke on me. There's no way out of this. All I can do is brace myself for the inevitable oncoming burn. I almost want to walk out of the store, but I'm already sitting down. It will be improper to leave now. The unspoken rules of polite social conduct block my exit like a wall of fire. I decide to play it safe. I'll order what they order, if it's acceptably manly enough. Why don't you two order before me? Ladies first. Well played, Hee-chan, but we already ordered. How is that possible? When? How? From who? We're regulars. We come here so often that we don't have to do that anymore. Well, I guess you've had enough. We're sitting on the menus, of course. I look around at the other tables. There are no menus on any of them. That means that they must keep them in a big stack near the door or something. What a thing to sit on. And what speed to grab them so quickly. Well, whatever. Can I have one then? You can take one if you want, but you're not the kind of person who would do something so lascivious. Isn't that right? I tell them that I'd just like some coffee, and put my head down on the cool tabletop. Misha seems to have trouble pronouncing like big long words as well. I feel like I've mentioned that probably very early on as well, or at least a while ago. Considering we're like 100 something videos in, a while ago could be anything from, you know, episode 30 to episode 60. Coffee? This is a very high class establishment, and you're going to order coffee? I can tell they're messing with me again. In that case, I'll have whatever you're having. Shi-chan is drinking a special tea that is only grown in remote areas of India. The tea is still handmade by a tribe of tea makers who have passed the methods down in their families for generations. They must wade through alligator-infested waters to obtain the leaves once a year. On each trip, some do not even make it back alive. I can't drink that. I would feel too guilty. Then I'll have what you're having. I don't know what I'm drinking. How? Fine. Then I want the tea that people died for. No, never mind. I'll have coffee. If this is a very high-class establishment, then they should have a very high-class coffee, right? No one died for it, right? The perfect answer. There's no way they can stand against it. Shizune shrugs, as if to say, well played. They still didn't answer my second question. Misha calls for Yuko, who brings over our drinks and a single, incredibly tiny yellow cake with a little black plastic fork stuck in it for each of us. I eat my cake in one bite, amazed at how it's probably the least filling thing I've ever eaten. Hee-chan, do you have any plans for tomorrow? Misha takes a gulp of her tea, something sounding suspiciously high class, even though it looks like ordinary tea. She drinks with incredible recklessness, considering how hot it is, the exact opposite of Shizune or Lily. Plans? That sounds ominous. Plans? Yes. Yes, I am incredibly busy tomorrow. In fact, I have so much to do that I will not have any free time at all. That's right, none whatsoever. And everything I have to do is extremely important. Very, very important. Misha giggles, clearly not buying it, and then signs it all back to Shizune, who nods slowly and deliberately while looking very unamused. Suddenly, she leans forward, staring analytically at my face like a human lie detector, waiting for the smallest tell to give me away. After at least a minute of this, she sits back down in her seat and takes a sip of tea.
Okay, Hee-chan, if you're that busy, we don't have anything to do tomorrow, so we thought maybe you will want to hang out with us at the festival. You're new here anyway, right? Right? So, we thought we would show you around and have some fun together. But if you're that busy, we understand. Oh well.
The both of them shrugged together in perfect sync, as if they've rehearsed it.
Hee-chan, you're so paranoid.
Can you blame him though? Can you blame me?
And you'll never beat me anyway, so why bother getting so worked up about it? Wow, Hee-chan.
Beat you? What are you talking about? It does feel like constantly Shizune is feels like she's playing a game or something, you know? And she always wants to, or she seems to be always coming out on top. Is she talking about the coercion? I've never realized that was just a game to her. I thought I was the only one who saw it as competition.
You know, huh? Do you, Hee-chan? Because I don't. You can't outwit me. Hee-chan, not me.
Look at her face, so proud.
What? What are you talking about, Hee-chan?
I can see Shizune smiling craftily, daring me to enter this battle of wills and wits with her. When he is pushed to the edge of despair, a man has no choice but to sink or grasp at the fleeting wisps of hope, fight with all his power against the inevitabilities of his fate, and struggle against the impossible. For even if he fails, at least failed knowing that he dared greatly. Or something like that. Well, we'll see about that. Don't underestimate me.
Don't you have to follow through to make good on that, Hee-chan?
Well, I could get lucky. Don't count out that possibility.
You won't.
I will. Wait!
Let's make a wager on it then.
I don't care about competition. That's a blatant lie. Wait, what exactly do you mean?
That's okay if you don't know. Neither do I. Ha 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 ha. So it's settled then. Alright.
What? Didn't you just hear what I just said?
Now all that's left is the stakes. What the winner wins, or more interestingly, what the loser loses.
Hey! This is a very dangerous game I'm playing. Shizune herself is a very dangerous girl, if she can only think in terms of winning and losing. If she views every time that I talk with her as some kind of battle of wills, I don't think I could take it. That kind of thing drives people insane. She's too Machiavellian. Before this, I assumed she was just kind of stoic. But nevertheless, I'm interested. In hindsight, I realized that I just challenged her to what is essentially a duel without any rules that won't end until one of us... What? I guess that's it. That's so fake. What are the conditions for winning or losing? The first person to feel stupid loses? I don't know. I've never had to think of anything like this before.
Never?
Never.
So you have never gambled, Hee-chan?
I'm surprised you two have.
Oh, come on! It's just for fun anyway. Between friends. It's about causing humiliation, suffering, and absolute despair. Isn't that the point?
You're starting to sound like Monokuma. Shizune puts a finger to her temple thoughtfully.
How about this, Hee-chan? If you lose, you have to go to school one day without any pants on.
Are you insane? Although in comparison to what I was afraid she would say, it is pretty mild. Can't we just spend money like normal people?
It's not like you could match my wager if we did.
Dang, making fun of the fact that we're broke. Nice one, Shizune. That hurts.
Now it's your turn. But nothing perverted, okay?
It was fine for you to do something perverted, but me? No. I think I need more time. This is going to have me constantly on edge for weeks.
Okay, come on. You should both hurry up. Your drinks are getting cold.
I quickly down the rest of my coffee as Shizune does the same, staring at me with a fierce look of competition in her eyes. It seemed like a waste for her to be gulping down something that someone may have died for her to enjoy.
Hee-chan, are you sure you don't want to hang out tomorrow? A lot of people are looking forward to it. You don't want to miss out.
I mumble unintelligibly at her.
I don't really understand.
It's time to think. Shizune's drink is smaller, so I can consume mine faster. If Shizune finishes her drink first, she might skip out on paying, leaving me to pick up the tab, even though she said the drinks were on her. I see what Hisao is doing. He's actually starting to think like Shizune. I mean, that's how you beat someone like that, you know? Because I have no money on me, I will be humiliated, and therefore this could be considered a loss. If I finish first, the loss of chivalry would make me look like a jerk, as I would need to run out of this tea house, leaving her to pay for everything. That could also be considered a loss. She would use that, so what he's saying is this is a lose-lose situation anyway? In the event of a draw, she may attempt to run out of the door, and I'll probably do the same. This might lead to a collision at the door, which would be humiliating, but not overly so. And Misha would be left to pick up the tab. Oh, that's fine. This is really childish. I'm a little disappointed in Shizune, and myself.
Well, Hee-chan, it'd be really nice if we could all celebrate how well we put everything together for the festival by taking a look at our handiwork.
Misha seems oblivious to the fact that an epic battle of wills is raging in front of her. I nod slowly and down the last of my coffee. Well, I am finished enjoying my drink. I guess it is time for me to leave, and I am going to leave now, calmly.
You too, Shi-chan?
Why are you two acting so weird? Oh, it's like without even speaking to each other, they both knew what they were like going to do, and they're both doing the same thing as well. I quickly walk out the door, and Shizune follows. Misha's going to have to foot the bill. Sorry, Misha. Catching up to me, Shizune quickly pushes her glasses up and presses a note into my hand. If you lose, you have to come hang out with us tomorrow. So you think you can win today? That's kind of cocky, Shizune. I forgot for a second that she can't hear me. I nod. Right now, she seems much cuter than she usually is, smiling softly with a hint of confidence coming through. This feels weird. It actually does feel weird when they are not together, like it's only Shizune now. Shizune looks energetic and carefree, although it could just be the caffeine. She winks and extends her hand for a handshake. I wonder if there's a buzzer in there and she plans to shock me, but that doesn't seem like something she would do, so I accept. And with a squeeze, she pushes another note into my hand. I momentarily think that it's a buzzer and wonder if the shock could kill me. Is that just his default answer regardless of what Shizune does? It could be a buzzer. Shizune smirks and then runs off. You probably don't know how to get back to school from here. There will be work waiting for you when you do. See you then. What? I crushed the note in my fist dramatically, but no one is there to see it, and that makes me sad. I wonder if it's too late to go back to the shop and ask Misha for directions. But then again, I gave her a hard time for not knowing the way here, so I can't allow her to score off for me not knowing the way back. And if I ask her, Shizune could see it as a victory. No, it's not necessary. The school is on top of a damn hill. How hard could it be to find? I may be slightly directionally challenged, but I'm sure that even I can do this.